And the last tool that I think you should consider, although I don't use this much, but it may be useful for you, is Scholasy. Now you can access their article summarizer for free, but as soon as you want to do like library stuff, they ask you to pay. But down here, they've got the article summarizer, and you can import your article here, and then you get all of this kind of information. You get a snapshot, which you can tweet or X now if you want. And then you've got results, conclusions. So overall, it just gives you a nice little snapshot of the article. But one thing I love is that down here, we've got all of the different sections. And I'm going to expand them all. We've got key concepts. So we've got all of these, and you can click on these to get definitions. We've got abstracts, and they've highlighted these sort of like important areas where it's got information from. It's got a synopsis. So you can enhance this. I think you probably have to pay for that. We've also got Scholasy highlights, where it's looked at highlights from the paper. You can see that it's got all dot points. I like that because I like dot points just to read. It's got a summary, and it's got a comparative analysis. So overall, it says, it builds on previous research, how it differs from previous research, how it builds on previous research, how it builds. So these are ways that you can sort of like start to compare and contrast this to other things by just looking down in this comparative analysis. So if you were writing a literature review and you wanted to know how it differs from previous work and why it's important to have in a literature review, then you would use this, for example. And then you would want, builds on previous research you've got here, and you know that these two here, that it has built on these findings. And so I think, let's have a look. Verify false. I'm sure we can go into these, and then you can look at the findings that they found. But ultimately, it's just a really sort of like nice way of looking at, there we are, it's here, Scholasy findings. So here it's got the findings. You can go to Google Scholar, you can locate with Unpaywall, you can look at Cite.ai. It's just, a really great way to get a snapshot. It's got tables, it's got figures, and what else? There's so much. Introduction, methods, and it highlights it for you. So results, discussion, conclusion, limitations, which is really important, and study compliance. It's got everything that you would want to know about this paper, just in different sections that's easy to navigate. So overall, another really powerful tool. If you like this, you may want to consider upgrading so you've got it all in your libraries. So you've got all your files and journal articles in a library, and I don't think it's super expensive. So I'm in Australia, so it's saying 15 Australian a month, which is about 8 to 10, I think, US dollars, somewhere in there at the moment. So a really good way of getting these articles summarized, and just nice to browse. The way it opens up, the way it's got all these sections, and if you have to remember stuff, although I don't know why you would, but you can create these flashcards. I've never used them. I've never really sort of like thought about putting it into flashcards, but maybe that's useful to you, maybe not. That's up for you to decide. But Zotero again, it works with and BibTeX as well. So I think if I was starting a research project today, I'd be using Zotero just because of how many AI tools connect to it, this being one of them. So there we are. There's Scholasy, another option for your AI toolkit, and I love that it breaks down. I've never seen, for example, ethical study compliance and stuff in other AI tools where it's spit it out. So if that's important to you, and any of these where you can't find them elsewhere are important to you, this may be a really good thing to put in your AI toolkit.